Hello, all. Khadija here. How are you? It is, I'm just fixing up my seat so that I come in the best possible way. So great to be back. It's going to be after almost a month of my LinkedIn live. So great to be back with all energy, motivation to share the most happening and the hot topic, which is right now. Should we impress LinkedIn bots or should we impress LinkedIn humans for better visibility? So this is Khadija Qureshi. I am your host for today's LinkedIn Live. And today we are talking about one of the most heated questions which comes in mind whenever we are thinking of scaling our LinkedIn visibility, that how should we go about? Should we impress the LinkedIn algorithm first, or should I impress the LinkedIn human? So I will be solving this mystery today. And I have really insightful goal sites, not only what I have from my own understanding and experience, but also I've got insights from the biggest LinkedIn stalwarts. Yes, I did ran a poll where top-notch LinkedIn experts came in, chimed in on that poll, and give their opinion on this hot debate, whether you should impress LinkedIn algorithm or the human for your LinkedIn visibility. So stay tuned right now. Grab your popcorn or coffee. It's 12 noon here in Toronto time. I'm assuming you should be on a coffee break or a lunchtime period. So hold everything, because next 30 minutes is completely power packed, because not only I'll be telling you who you should be impressing, LinkedIn algorithm or LinkedIn human, but how you should be doing it as well. And I'll be leaving you with certain solutions as well. So it's a power pack 30 minutes, which will definitely elevate your understanding on how you should go about with your LinkedIn presence and take it to the next level. So before I quickly go into the sharing part, which I'm really excited about, you can feel the energy. I would love to know where you are joining me from, who I'm speaking to. Right now, I'm speaking to a camera and it seems like a monotone, but I can catch your comments to make it more interactive. So leave it in the comments below where you're joining me from first, and what's your name? Describe yourself, your job title, or whatever way you want to describe yourself. And where you're joining me from. So these two things. So I'll catch on the comments, because I'm doing this live through a broadcast software. So comments comes in with a lag, but do leave it in the comments below where you're joining me from, and a little bit about which profession you're from, or how do you describe yourself. So I'll be catching up on that. In the meanwhile, I'll just say that I am totally excited about today's session, because I really prepped up for it based on my insight. Plus, I went to other LinkedIn experts. What do they think of this burning question, and what is their opinion? So it's basically insightful, driven LinkedIn Live today, which is on not only power packed with my experiences, advice, but also other LinkedIn experiences. What do they think of this burning question? Does LinkedIn algorithm wins, or does LinkedIn human wins when it comes to increasing your LinkedIn visibility? And no doubt, as a professional, we are on LinkedIn. We want to connect with other professionals with some professional goals. So this stream is highly targeted for newcomers to Canada and job seekers. But the insights that I'll be sharing with you today can be applicable to any professional with any professional goals, because LinkedIn is serving not only the job seekers and newcomers to Canada market, but any professional, any business entrepreneur which has any professional need. So what I'm sharing and decoding today about LinkedIn is applicable to any professional. So comments are coming in and I'm excited. It's no longer a monotone, it's an interactive session now. I love comments and I love hearing from you. So I have Katira Katira Mehmoodi. Hey, Katija, I'm Katira. Hello, Katira. Thank you for joining me. I have Toronto in house. Yay! And it's a beautiful sun over here in Ontario. So great. I'm enjoying the sun. I'm enjoying you people, and I'm excited about sharing this knowledge with you. So welcome, Katira, in the house. Then I have Manisha Kaushik. Hey, Manisha, thank you from joining me. And she is joining me from Facebook. I'm live streaming this directly to my private Facebook community of Newcomers to Canada Connect. So if you want to connect with like-minded newcomers or pre-arrival new immigrants and other who are in this space, do join in my private Facebook community of Newcomers to Canada Connect. Simply put these keywords in LinkedIn search bar and you will find my group. Again, it's a private group specifically for newcomers to Canada and pre-arrival immigrants professional development. I have Harpreet. Yay! I have Harpreet. She is a good cheerleader of mine. We have been in digital relationship, LinkedIn relationship, I think so from January onwards. So thank you, Harpreet, from joining me from India. Yes, so we have India in the house as well. So I have Wimbai. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome, Wimbai from Toronto. Thank you so much for joining in. I have Sana in house. Hey, Sana, how are you? And she's a recent graduate from Ryerson and with PhD. Great job. And I'm looking for opportunities. Sana, this session is for you. This is highly applicable to job seekers, for newcomers to Canada, on how you can use LinkedIn intentionally to connect with the right people, because connecting with the right people means opening doors of opportunities and possibilities. And LinkedIn right now is a beautiful way while you are at home to connect with like-minded professional people. But again, you need to be intentional who you're connecting with. And it's not only just connecting, nurturing relationship. So thank you all of you for joining me from my Facebook private community and from my LinkedIn community. So I'll just repeat, those of you who are joining me for the first time, today's session is to answer the most burning question which comes in every LinkedIn professional mind is, how should I scale myself? How should I increase my visibility to come in front of right people? And the question goes, should I impress LinkedIn algorithm or should I impress LinkedIn human? Yes, that's today's focus, is LinkedIn bot versus LinkedIn humans for better visibility. How you should become friends with LinkedIn bot and human for better growth and LinkedIn visibility. Better LinkedIn visibility, better opportunities, better possibilities of you attracting whatever you are looking for, whether it be a job opportunity, right connection, or a lead. So I will now go into the spilling of the beans session. I have Dinesh. Hello, Dinesh. Hey, hi, Dinesh. I just want to highlight you. Dinesh from Montreal. Dinesh is, he has been in association with me since 2018. He was a newcomer to Canada. So yes, I speak to newcomers to Canada audience. I converse, I talk, and I have been talking to them since past 3 years. And now Dinesh is a settled newcomer to Canada, settled immigrant. So thank you, Dinesh, for joining me from Montreal. So I'll quickly go into sharing the insights and spilling the beans that whether you should keep LinkedIn algorithm in mind or LinkedIn humans. I'm speaking to humans, but there is some element of algorithm in between you and me. So this live stream is coming through a social media platform. It is coming through a bot. It is coming through an algorithm. So there is a play of algorithm in the human to human connect that we are having right now. So let's quickly go into who wins the war. It is LinkedIn bot versus LinkedIn human. So I love using emojis, and I feel that it emotes a lot. So I felt like using emojis in talking about today's topic. So today's topic is about whether you should impress LinkedIn bot, which is LinkedIn algorithm, or you should impress LinkedIn human. So Ta-da-da-da. It's the unraveling moment. It's basically it's should we rephrase the question? Let's think about, is it LinkedIn bot versus LinkedIn human, or it is LinkedIn bot and LinkedIn human for visibility? So let's just think about it and let's just brainstorm and ask questions ourselves, and that way we will lead to the right conclusion. So again, rethink, is it LinkedIn bot versus LinkedIn human for better LinkedIn visibility, or it is LinkedIn bot and LinkedIn human? So think about it and let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Is it versus both of them, or and both of them? So just leave it in the comments below. What do you think? Should they both work jointly, or they are on war with each other when it comes to LinkedIn visibility? So let me just quickly, there was a typo here, and being someone who is very detailed oriented, I just want to quickly correct this, and now it looks perfect. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Is it versus each other, or it is and each other? I would love to know what you think, because you use LinkedIn. You are you might have been using it for quite some time, or even for a beginner. What do you think? Is it versus each other, bot versus human, or is it bot and human? I will tell you what is the right answer. You will know the right answer at the end of this session. So leave it in the comments below, and I will catch with your comments. Okay, Harpreet is saying it's and not versus. Okay, you will know. You will know at the end of the session. I'll keep the surprise. I'll unlayer different facts for you to reach the conclusion. So thank you, Harpreet, for sharing your feedback. Let's quickly go into certain facts which will lead whether it's versus or is it an and, whether they go hand in hand or they're versus to each other. And during this session, I'll highly appreciate that. Do leave loads and loads of like connect with this conversation through emojis. How do you feel? Do you like my energy? Leave a like or a heart, or a support sign. How do you feel about the energy of this session? Engage with as many emojis as you can, because sometimes lives are not only about knowledge, it's about the energy, it's about the motivation which you get probably from me, and it makes you're all, probably you are a little bit down during the day, but you see a live LinkedIn live, and you feel so pepped up, motivated, and like passionate in whatever you might have been doing. So it changes mood as well. So if you're so far liking the energy and the flow and the mood, leave it in the comments below, whether you like it, or at least interact through an emoji. So I'll quickly go into the discussion part. The first thing is that the conclusion that I want to say, that uh, things comes in my mind. Should I impress LinkedIn algorithm, or should I impress the bot? It's basically a vicious circle based on my understanding on this platform for past 3 years. Based on my understanding on this platform, who has been creating trending contents, who has been training people to create trending content, I can surely and straight down say, based on my understanding and experience, that it is a vicious circle. It is a vicious circle where we as LinkedIn human come on the social media platform, which is definitely it's runs right now. It is, for me, it's a machine. I'm logging into a website onto this platform. For me, it is a machine, because I'm not talking to a human one on one. So as a LinkedIn human, I come to LinkedIn, I type in whatever, and I log into my LinkedIn profile, which is my LinkedIn home. So for me right now, that is a bot, that's a machine. So as a LinkedIn human, I come to LinkedIn, I make up my profile, I make beautiful content, but then again, the bots come back to me that, Khatija, I can only scale you to your first degree connection, second degree connection, and third degree connection only when you give me these metrics. So every social media algorithm has certain rankings and certain matrices which speaks to LinkedIn human, which gives health to that LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn content. So again, LinkedIn bot comes to me and says, Khatija, if you fulfill these requirements of engagement, of numbers, of X and Y's and Z's, then I will give you high ranking on my platform and scale you and your content to first degree connection, second degree connection, and third degree connection. So in short, Khatija is going to LinkedIn algorithms, saying, I have made up my profile, I have done few settings and keywords and everything, which LinkedIn loves. But again, LinkedIn says that based on my ranking, you need to fulfill certain criterias, and that criterias are only fulfilled when other LinkedIn humans interact with my content, interact with my posts, and interact with my profile. So more and more those numbers are feed in by other LinkedIn humans of my network, only then LinkedIn bot will rank me highly and scale my content and increase my visibility. So in short, what is that vicious circle? LinkedIn human goes to LinkedIn bot, then LinkedIn bot says, okay, fulfill these requirements, and for those requirements you have to go back to LinkedIn human to interact with your content. More interaction of LinkedIn humans with your content, it goes again, send signals to the bot that it is being highly liked. Then again it will go to LinkedIn human in terms of scaling more engagement. It goes back to LinkedIn algorithm. LinkedIn algorithm says, okay, this is a highly resonating piece of content. So it's like a vicious circle. So LinkedIn humans go to LinkedIn bot, but again, LinkedIn bot says that you need to go to your network and ask them to engage with your content. Then I will increase your visibility. So then again, I go back and I request for, I create you, keeping you in mind, content which you like, which you share, and then it sends signal to LinkedIn bot. Okay, then the vicious circle goes on and your visibility increases to first degree connections, second degree connections, and third degree connections. So it's like a vicious circle. When LinkedIn bot goes to LinkedIn human, LinkedIn humans interact with your posts and articles. It impresses LinkedIn bot, it increases to more and more LinkedIn humans. Then it goes back to algorithm loves it more. Then it was increase it to second, third, fourth degree connection. So it's like a vicious circle. So it's LinkedIn human going to LinkedIn bot, then LinkedIn bot going again to LinkedIn human, then and it's on a repeat. So that's the code that I have cracked with my understanding and experiences. So you will say, Khatija, this is your understanding. This is my understanding, and it's a proven fact because I have used and I've evolved with how LinkedIn has evolved. Because in past 3 years, LinkedIn has literally evolved its features. It has evolved its basically platform, how it has moved from just being a job board to being a online community and networking platform. So my understanding and insights are definitely data driven, fact driven, and proven based on the systems that I have implemented on this network. Apart from this, I also went to other LinkedIn experts and I asked them, what do they think? What do they think about, what is their opinion from their insights? um, ultimately I'll be sharing those results with you as well. um, but again, this is a vicious circle. I completely agree. LinkedIn human goes to LinkedIn bot. LinkedIn bot says that if you want me to rank you highly and scale your content to other people, you need to get some engagement from other LinkedIn humans. So again, I create value content, I ask for engagement from LinkedIn humans. So ultimately I go back again to LinkedIn humans. So it's in this vicious circle. LinkedIn bot, I feel, by LinkedIn bot, I mean LinkedIn algorithm. LinkedIn algorithm is more like a means to an end. Yes, it is at the core, but ultimately, who is giving you more visibility? It is ultimately LinkedIn human. So when it comes to, and this is really important, and I want you to take a pen and pencil and write it down, that when it comes to your visibility on LinkedIn, Who you should keep in mind, it has to be LinkedIn human. It has to be LinkedIn human, because even the vicious circle phenomena which I have explained to you, ultimately everything comes back to LinkedIn human. LinkedIn human goes to LinkedIn bot, LinkedIn bot sends you ultimately to LinkedIn human engagement. So LinkedIn human is the starting and the ending point. So when you're thinking of increasing your LinkedIn visibility, keep LinkedIn human in mind. Write posts which are speaking to the pain points of your audience. Again, LinkedIn human. When you are thinking of writing your LinkedIn profile, keep your LinkedIn audience in mind. Again, ultimately LinkedIn human. Because if somebody comes onto your profile or read your post, if they relate with you, then only they will interact with you, they will engage with you, they will do comment communication. If they are not resonating with you, they will never engage. So ultimately, on the baseline, LinkedIn human is the one that you should keep in mind. And by LinkedIn human, I mean your audience. So my audience can be completely different from your audience. For example, a job seeker audience, what is job seeker audience? Is basically hiring managers and recruiters, who as an entrepreneur, who is entrepreneur's audience? It's basically the customers or the prospects. So remember to keep your audience in mind, remember to keep the challenges and the pain points of your audience in mind when you are writing your LinkedIn profile or creating content. Because ultimately this vicious circle that I talked about will, it starts and ends with LinkedIn human. Again, it's a circle, but again, the round part again starts and ends, and starts and again ends. Each cycle starts and ends with LinkedIn human. So my conclusion is that LinkedIn human is the ultimate winner. But again, you cannot deny that you are on a social media platform, you have to impress the bot as well. So when you are writing posts, when you're writing LinkedIn profile, write it from LinkedIn human perspective. But again, you need to join hands with bot as well, because ultimately it's a LinkedIn human. So going back to our conclusion, should it be versus or and? For me, priority definitely is LinkedIn human, but you cannot deny that you need to do certain settings, you need to make it keyword rich to at least optimize to use LinkedIn bot searchability as well. So it is LinkedIn human by far priority, but again, you need to join hands with bot as well to increase more and more visibility. So for me, it is an end, but priority is definitely LinkedIn human. So this is my conclusion, and based on my data driven insights and my understanding of this platform, let's see what other LinkedIn experts says. I will share the poll with you, that I ran in one of a LinkedIn group where different experts are there, and they are saying that LinkedIn human is the one that you should impress when it comes to LinkedIn visibility. But there were different points of views. I will share all those points of views with you. So if you see, I ran this poll, and there were 23 comments. I'll take off the ticker. So there were 27 comments, 11 votes, and these 11 votes are not coming from these 11 votes are coming from the LinkedIn stalwarts, like big names, and these 27 comments are again coming from people who have very good understanding of this platform. So I'll share their point of views as well. So basically, overall consensus was that LinkedIn human should be the priority that you should keep in mind when it comes to LinkedIn visibility. But again, in what context they are saying, I will share with you their feedback, their specific comments. What did they say? So I have all this in writing over here. So one of LinkedIn expert, and she has been on this platform for, I think, so very, very active since past 3 years, because I know her for past 3 years. Shelley Elsker. Shelley is saying that 100% human, Khatija, bot won't come running when you need them. It's not about numbers, it's about strong relationships. And I completely agree with Shelley that whenever you are thinking of scaling upon LinkedIn, it's all about resonating with human who is reading. And if somebody resonates with you, only then you get that scalability. You get the numbers, basically what LinkedIn bot or algorithm rise. Sufeet is again a marketing expert, and she runs her own LinkedIn community by name of Spotlight, and that's where I ran this poll. So she is saying, it's Khatija, it's like an old expression of winking in the dark. So what does winking in the dark means? Winking in the dark means that you know what you are doing, but nobody else's does. You know what you are doing, but nobody else's does. You need to come in front of right people to know what you do, basically. So for that, you not only had to be have to be, you don't know, only have to have great talent. You need to advertise or come in front of right people. Only then opportunities come to you. So that's what winking in the dark expression means. So Sufit is saying, it's about Khatija, it's about going back to the same old expression, winking in the dark. It's only by pleasing the LinkedIn algorithm that any human is likely to see the stuff. So she is again saying that it's basically LinkedIn algorithm that you need to impress. Only then LinkedIn humans come in place and they see what you are writing. So again, she is also talking about winking in the dark, that both come hands in hand. Nigel Cliff is saying that bot acts like humans. The better the bot, the more human it is. So you should write on LinkedIn for LinkedIn algorithm, knowing that it will be human at the end. So he is basically referring to that more and more social media companies are trying to beef up their LinkedIn algorithm with artificial intelligence and other technologies to think like human. So he is saying that impress bot with the idea that he is human ultimately, and that's what social media as a companies are working for. Jared is says it in just 4 words, Khatija. It's all about conversation, connection. So in short, conversation and connections, it's about human. More conversational you are with your audience, more likes, engagement, or numbers you get, which LinkedIn algorithm likes, and it scales to more and more LinkedIn human. It's about connection that you make with the other person, that you don't only just connect, you make a warm connection with your attitude, with your intent, with your communication that you write, and then you get scaling. Also, he also says it's not only about conversation, connection, it's all about chocolate and coffee that you spill in front of your LinkedIn audience by giving them value. So these were some of the experts who are saying and giving their opinion on this burning question: is LinkedIn human versus LinkedIn bot, or is it and? So in conclusion, I would say it is LinkedIn human is definitely a priority, but for me, it goes and hand in hand. But again, as a beginner, I would say don't go into number game. Keep your audience or LinkedIn human in mind for better scalability and visibility, because more scalability you get, you come in front of right audience, which leads to then conversation, and then those conversation leads to possibility. So the starting point is definitely writing highly resonating piece of content and LinkedIn profile. So that is a little bit of a conclusion on this. I would love to know from you, in your experience, like I didn't conclude it on. I took an information from you, and Harpreet said in the beginning that it is an end. So yes, Harpreet, it is an end, but again, keep LinkedIn human as your priority when you're thinking of writing and building your personal brand on LinkedIn. So I would love to know from you that, are you struggling with your LinkedIn scalability? Are you struggling with your LinkedIn visibility? I will share with you how you can increase it, or if you have any specific questions on what is literally acting as a bottleneck in your LinkedIn visibility or scalability, leave it in the comments, and I can give you one-on-one coaching right here, right now. Um, so while you are writing your feedback on what has been your bottleneck and challenges for your LinkedIn visibility, I'll quickly share how you can become good friends with the bot and LinkedIn human. And this is a three-step process that I talk about and I teach as well, and it is a highly driven um, uh, it's a highly user driven process, because ultimately people follow this process to take a overall impression of you on LinkedIn. So the first step is definitely LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is your LinkedIn home. By LinkedIn profile, I mean your LinkedIn profile, which is by your name. So you need to have a beefed up, optimized. Now, here LinkedIn algorithm comes in. You need to have an optimized LinkedIn profile. You need to make it keyword relevant, keyword rich, and it should not be keyword. You will be sounding like a robot if you just write keyword infused storytelling on your LinkedIn profile in 10 plus sections. Once your LinkedIn profile is not only impressing the LinkedIn algorithm, but also impressing the LinkedIn humans who are ultimately coming onto your profile, and they are taking the right impression of you with your ultimate LinkedIn objective, then you should create content. By content, I mean you should create intentional posts and article which sells your expertise, which sells your technical skills, which sells your soft skills, and which sells you helping your ideal audience solving their pain point. So you can literally create a thought leadership brand through your posts and article. Then the third step is, now you are ready to create the stellar impression in front of right people. That's when you should start connecting with people. But LinkedIn networking, it's not only about going and connecting. No, it's not only about that. You need to nurture your network as well, to get into those conversations and to get something out of those conversations. So this is a three-step process that I highly recommend you to follow, and follow these in exactly the same order, 1, 2, and 3. If you don't do it this way, and you connect with someone, they will ultimately come onto your profile and they will be like, oh my, okay, this person doesn't speaks to me. So ultimately you're doing a disservice to your LinkedIn networking stage, because ultimately it will not reap you returns on your investment. If you need any guided learning onto this three-step process, I do help newcomers to Canada professionals and job seekers on how you can connect with recruiters and hiring managers with the right impression. This is so super important, that you connect with the right people with the right impression at the right time and in the right way. This is so super important, because small things that you do on LinkedIn, going against certain LinkedIn etiquettes, wrong communication that you did, wrong signals unintentionally that you do on LinkedIn, send wrong impressions of you in front of the right audience that you want to connect with. And these small things really put people off, and that's why you don't hear back from them. That's why you feel that you are getting ghosted. So if you need guided learning, I do run master classes and I do run boot camps. So my master classes are specifically on a certain focused LinkedIn need. For example, my next 3 LinkedIn master classes, which are coming in the month of February, is first on how you should write your LinkedIn. How should you should write your LinkedIn about section, how you should write your LinkedIn tagline, how you should find the keywords, basically how you should write your tagline and about a summary, which is in a storytelling way, which is communicating to your audience what you need, but in a very story driven way, that you don't sound like a desperate job seeker. So that is one masterclass which is coming in February. The second masterclass is on LinkedIn networking 101. Here I will teach you how you should have LinkedIn presence, which doesn't where you are heard, where people don't ignore you. So that is a LinkedIn networking 101. Then there is another master class which is LinkedIn networking 201, where I will tell you not only how you should connect, but how you should nurture relationships. So 101 is about identifying people who you should connect with and how you should start the relationship building journey. So that's 101. 201 masterclass is specifically how you should nurture the relationship and what digital interactions you should do, what communication scripts you should be writing in the proper way, keeping LinkedIn etiquettes in mind. So these are the three master classes. And the fourth one is around LinkedIn profile optimization. I will tell you how you should be writing your 10 plus sections of your LinkedIn profile, and I leave you with best practices and examples. So these are the four upcoming master classes. These are 2 hour master classes, and I leave you with one detailed guide for you to keep a track on whatever you have learned in the 2 hour master class. Apart from this, I also teach all the 3-step process in an intensive 3 weeks LinkedIn boot camp. So I would suggest, if you're interested in any of the master classes or the boot camp, do sign in the wait list, which is on learn.khadijaqureshi.com. And I will send out the communications of my master classes and my bootcamp. And also my waitlist does get an early bird prices access as well. So if you want to get a good offer on my master classes or bootcamp, do sign in my waitlist, which is on learn.khadijaqureshi.com. So that is it from my side. That is today's session. I would love to learn from you. If you have any questions, I will quickly answer them. Ali Mazhar is saying, looking forward to attending your master classes. Ali, I will highly suggest you to sign in my wait list, which is on, I'll run the banner again, which is on learnkhadijaqureshi.com, because I will be sending the enrollment early access and early bird pricing, which is a discounted price as well. So I only give these exclusive access and pricing to my email list. So I'll highly suggest you. So please go and sign in the waitlist, which is on learn.khadijaqureshi.com. So probably you might have to scroll down a little bit to go onto to sign the waitlist. Also, I've left the direct link in the description of this live feed as well, if you want to catch up later. Or also, Mazhar, Ali, you can also DM me if you find if you are not able to find in any of these ways which I explained to you. You can direct message me as well. So that is it from my side. I hope you found this. I went 8 minutes overboard. I hope you find this session highly impactful, and it led to some kind of empowerment to you. I'm very sure it has led to some kind of empowerment, because having assurance from people who have been on this platform does really help in getting clarity. So that is it from my side. I leave with this, whichever part of the world you are joining in free from. Thank you so much. Your appreciation, support, and love means a lot to me. Have a great day ahead, and I'll probably see you in the next post or in the next LinkedIn live. Bye from my side. Have a great day.